Okay, I'm here to share a thought that I had about my relationship to social media based on a podcast that I was listening to earlier. It's called Wild Geese, and the host is Anna Nicole. If you know, you know. You should go watch that and listen to it if you don't already. But the whole point of the podcast was basically talking about making curiosity a daily habit, and the title of the video was You've built an altar of suffering. Where is your altar of enjoyment? Right? And learning how to make curiosity a daily habit, but also the fact that it's not your job to be a meaning maker. Some things can just exist. Knowing the why behind every single thing is unnecessary. Solutions and lessons at the end of a personal narrative is not needed every time. And everything we make doesn't need to add value. Right. And I was reading my notes. And what I got from that, I wrote a little excerpt about what I'm feeling, and I'm going to read that. I'm going to read that too. It says, I think this is why I have such a hard time posting on social media. We're expected to show up finished, like an expert, like you have your shit together, and it's taboo to allow ourselves to show up unfinished, flawed, afraid, and messy. And as often as people say that we can do that and to be your authentic self, that's BS because of how hard that really is. In a society where the products and the platforms that are being used promote like top level performance and flawlessness and inhumane like outcomes and outputs, right? So even when you show up like I'm showing up right now, no makeup on, flawed, like I'm a human. And as hard as this is for me to eventually be able to post this, like I'm sitting in my room by myself talking to my MacBook right now. But for me to then put that out into the world, that is fucking scary. And it's vulnerable and it's intimate. And the thoughts that I'm having in my own private space are going to be shared on the internet and just up for grabs and up for interpretation and just ready to get devoured by the internet or swallowed up by the algorithm and not even seen. And it's like there's so much about that adds this level of fear and like I just want to close up. I don't want to put myself out there to the world because of that. I literally said I genuinely do not like being on social media anymore. And you know what? That's okay. Maybe that's not a part of my journey to share my experience. Nope. Maybe that's not a part of my journey to share my perspective on the human experience that way. I'm allowed to change what role social media plays in my life. I don't have to use it like everyone else is using it. And, I think that that's a really powerful and beautiful statement that I was able to make and mean and come up with and now choose to embody and live by, because I don't have to use my social media platforms how everybody else is using them. And by trying to do that and follow that current trend or follow the way that everybody else posts things, like something that I've been learning about is hive-mindedness, where you're doing things just because everybody else is doing them and you're following trends. You're not having your own moral code and thoughts and opinions about things because you're too busy searching for answers and validation in other people's thoughts and opinions about something, which are probably influenced by the other people that they've seen. So you know what I mean? But I don't even know what I was saying. But basically, yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to be hive-minded. I want to act from a place of sovereignty and authority and independence out of my life and my brain. And so to do that, I have to deconstruct any belief systems that I have that have nothing to do with the lifestyle that I see myself envisioning, like point blank period. And that's one of the hardest things that any human being can do, especially when we are conditioned to want to like attracts like, you know what I mean? So it's hard to choose to be like, actually, fuck that. I'm not about to do none of what y'all got going on, and I'm about to go over here and do my own thing. That is so hard. And I respect and appreciate anyone who is going through that right now. Anyone who's choosing to follow a different path or to choose a different way, a different perspective. Because yeah, that shit is hard, and I don't take that lightly, especially as someone who's entering that phase of her life of learning how to not give a fuck about what anybody has to say or think or feel about my own beliefs and what I like and what I want to do with my life, and making decisions based on what I feel is right in my spirit. So even if it's scary, sometimes the scary thing is the right thing to do. So learning to have discernment about things like this, for example. I know that I want to get more comfortable with speaking on social media and sharing my thoughts and opinions about things. That may be the scariest thing I could ever do, especially when I'm posting in such a vulnerable state like this, where I'm not all put together, however you may see, whatever. This is very vulnerable for me. I'm not editing this video. I'm not doing nothing to it. I'm literally just pressing record, speaking, pressing stop record, going on YouTube and posting it. That is what's gonna get me out of this perfectionist mindset, is making shitty quality stuff, but I'm speaking some real stuff. I'm speaking some real shit right now. But basically making shitty art and posting it every single day. Doing it every single day. Doing something that's gonna bring you closer to the version of yourself that you wanna be every single day. No matter how hard it is. No matter how hard it is. So this is just more documentation and more little things I can put in my tool belt for later, because it's only going to get better from here. It's only going to get easier from here. It's only going to make more sense from here. Even the way that I'm able to speak right now, because I've recorded so many fucking videos that I haven't posted, but I'm still getting used to talking on camera and getting comfortable with posting. Yay! Accomplishment, achievement, something good. Right? So don't be afraid, or no, you can be afraid, but you have to do it anyway. Rip that band-aid off, sister, okay? Be afraid and do it anyway, because you're not gonna get anything that you want in this life if you don't go fucking get it yourself. And I'm learning that the hard way, okay? I would love for things to just fall into my lap. Wouldn't we all? But yeah. And I think the only way for you to actually find the things that you care about going after and doing is to be curious and to experiment and try new things and write about the things you care about, or watch a TV show and then write about it, or share a hot take that you have or an opinion that you have, and not be so worried about how people are going to receive it. Just say it and mean what you say, and posting it is literally just a way to get it out of your head. You don't even have to see it. It's this video has to go viral the minute that I post it. Literally just get the thoughts out of your head. Just get them out. Whether that be through a video like this, because the purpose of doing these for me and not just writing in a journal, because trust me, baby, my journal, she's been seeing me. But for me to not just post in my journal and to post on social media is a goal that I have for myself. So that may not be how you choose to embody this new practice of yours of getting out of your comfort zone. That may be journaling every day and nobody gets to see that shit, or writing in your notes app, or making voice memos. I literally do all of that. Some of my deepest, darkest secrets and thoughts and feelings about things are in my notes app, or on a piece of paper, or fucking in a voice note. They don't have to all be posted on the internet for people to see. It's not everybody's business to see all the things you got going on in your head, but they do need to get out of your head. Okay? I don't want to get too off topic. I'm also learning how to do that as well. I have ADHD, so my brain just meow, meow, meow. But okay, this is the thing. Make curiosity, learn new things, go do new things, experience life so imperfectly, because that's who you are. That's what you are. You are an imperfect being, but that makes you perfect. That makes you so full and whole when you're able to express things and be curious about something and be like, I wonder about this, and that, and be able to go down rabbit holes about things, or go to a museum, or go to the park, or watch something you never watched before, listen to a song from an artist you never even thought you would listen to before. You never know what you're going to discover when you choose to step out of your comfort zone and stop trying to make things so by the book, or postable, or Instagrammable. That's not what the human experience is about. That's some bullshit. That's BS. Now, go out there and be human. I love you. Bye. See you in the next one.